Professor Linda and Gabby. Before I start my project, I would like to present to you my lesson plan, which you guys will have in hand, but I don't. So I chose to inflate a balloon, and the domain is science, and for one of them is scientific inquiry, and the substrand is 2.0, documentation and communication. The foundation is 2.1, record observation or findings in various ways with adult assistance, including pictures, words dictated to adults. Also, they're going to use their charts, journals, and models and photos to document this. Then that's my first one. My second one is the domain is science, and the strand is physical science, and the substrand is 2.0, change in non-living objects and materials. The foundation is 2.2, observe and describe the motions of objects in terms of speed, direction, and the way things move, and explore the effect of own action, like pushing, pulling, rolling, dropping, on making objects move. So the reason I chose that was because, of course, my materials are non-living, and I thought that was the correct one, the correct strand and foundation for me to use. So yes, and then materials needed are balloons, vinegar, baking soda, funnel. I put optional, but I highly recommend it. Then empty bottle, dry empty bottle. Then preparations is test the experiment at least once before you demonstrate it to children, and prepare all proper materials. If it is not the correct material, the experiment may not work as you expect. So just test it out. And I forgot my objectives. My objectives are children will learn how to socialize through this experiment, and they will be able to talk more to each other while doing it, or by seeing the reaction that is happening. And children will learn to recognize the reaction of what happens when you combine two materials or two things, and children will learn then that is like, oh, this is chemical reaction. And that is one of my objectives for children, to be able to recognize that they have just done chemical reaction. So yeah. And then I'll go back to my activity instructions. So my instructions are: do not put this on anyone, any of the materials on yourself or on your friends, and no pouring, drinking, or throwing any of the materials on anyone or anything. And then please be careful and gentle with the experiments. And then instructions would be: first, you're gonna wrap the bottle and pour in the vinegar, and then before you do actually the experiment, you're gonna have a balloon right here, and then you're gonna put in the baking soda in here, and then you're gonna connect that to the water bottle with vinegar, which we're gonna add. You're gonna put it like this. So this is how it's gonna look. And then my open-ended questions are: what would happen if? Number 2 is: what do you see? Number 3, why do you think this reaction happened? 4, what do you think is happening? Yeah. And the time of this activity is gonna be 20 minutes. I want to say 20 minutes because they just gotta be careful in whatever they do. Yeah, they just have to be careful with whatever they do and make sure they don't spill or get the correct timing of putting in the baking soda with the vinegar. And then the follow-up or assessment, I would love to have them. I'm gonna have a checklist myself, but then I would have asked them to do a journal about this particular experiment and tell me what happened every step by step, and I want them to tell me, and that would be a way for me to assess if they learned. And then also in their journal, I would ask them what they learned and how do they believe it happened, or why they believed it happened. And I would learn and assess by their journals. So, okay, I'm gonna show you the experiment now. Enough talking. So, you get an empty bottle, and if dry, better. This is not that dry. Let's see, let me pour it out first. Make sure it's dry. Okay, now it's dry. Then, I'm gonna add the vinegar. Vinegar, you do not want to fill it up to the top. You just want to have a little, like, not a little, but a little less than half. So, I don't know if you can see, but let me see. See? This is what happens if you don't be careful. You spill it all over the place, and that is not good. And then, another piece of napkin. I made a mess. Okay, there we go. And then the funnel is for this part, which is really hard. You're gonna put in. Oh, if you don't have funnel, use a paper. I made my own and it works perfectly. So here. Oh yeah, I tested it out. I wanted to make sure it worked. So then you're gonna grab this. Also, when you do the, I think you should use a spoon for this. I am sorry, yeah, you should use a spoon. So, I forgot to mention it earlier, but there you go. You put the baking soda. 1, 2 to 3 spoons is okay. I put 3 and it's great. So I'm gonna keep on adding 3. So 2. 3. So the baking soda I used, just in case you were curious, was I used this one right there, and it's very good. And you just want to shake it up, make sure your baking soda is all in, and look at that, it's all in. Now, you want to be careful and not let in the baking soda until you have the lid part here. So this is what's going to happen. So you're going to go like this. I'm sorry, my hand is covering everything. So this is what you do. You're gonna twist it so that you adjust the balloon very well. And this is where you wanna like grab very, very tightly to the balloon. So grab tightly to the balloon, readjust, and let it drop. And this is what is gonna happen. Your balloon is gonna start to Oh my goodness. Blow up and up and up and up and up. It's going so big. When I tested it out, it did not grow this big, see? You need to just give it time to be steady. So just watch how it inflates, and yeah, it's very cool. I like this experiment, and yep, this is my experiment. It's not as steady because it's bigger, but my smaller one right here, this one's like, it's not as steady. There you go. This is my experiment, and I hope you like it. Thank you.